This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Governor Bird queries Sepik funding. Opposition responds to VONT outcome. And eviction at Red Hill settlement.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for your company. Sepik Governor Alan Bird has sought clarification on the funding of provincial health authorities, provincial government functional grants and departmental grants, stating that these areas need answers from the Finance Minister.
Sepik Governor Alan Bird has raised concerns on his province's 104 million kina outstanding grants that are yet to be granted by the national government. Governor Bird said Sepik did not receive its full function and infrastructure grants for both 2024 and 2025, and he sought answers on the settlement of the outstandings.
Outload is like 57 million or 67 million total, where we've been stuck inside long budget. So outstanding long 2024 and 44 million mibla no bin kisim. Outload this plan 67 million mibla suppose lo kisim. Sepik provincial government is receiving 15 million long function grant. Na infrastructure grant mibla kisim 2 million. So outload total of 77 million mibla suppose lo kisim cash lo display year. Sepik provincial government is kisim 17 million taso. Asking blomi em also. Government igat sampla thinking lo make him one kind of sem. You play work him 100% payment long. Help him all sumatin. Despla case lo mi pla sampla province where you play been put him long budget. Now you play no give him.
Responding to the governor's concerns, Finance Minister Thomas Opa acknowledged that his department is quite behind in terms of budget allocations, but assured provincial governments that he will work to catch up on these remaining months.
Total blow 2025 provinces, Senate say 1.711.7 billion. Out of these ones, Treasury Department, he warranty pennies. 1.2 billion ikam lo mibla lo Department of Finance. This amount mibla provincial grants mibla so far mibla remitim go all the provinces lo Papua New Guinea mibla remitim also lo recurrent mibla remitim also 335 million kinapinis. Now side blow development budget you go all provinces mibla remitim also 342 million finis. Total of 679.3 million has already been remitted to all the provinces. We acknowledge that we are quite behind, and we would like to use these remaining months of November and December to catch up.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Furthermore, Sepik Governor Alan Bird has called on the national government to release part of his province's functional grants to cover the 6 million kina outstanding teachers' leave fares.
Speaking on the floor of Parliament yesterday, Sepik Governor Alan Bird noted that teachers in his province have gone without the leave entitlements for both last year and potentially this year. Governor Bird pleaded for his province's function grants to be released, as 3 million kina from the grants is used to pay for the annual leave fares.
Now suppose you plan no give him this plan leave fares this year, which is another 3 million. All teachers will Sepik, all by less will work next year. So, me like asking you, Minister of Finance, suppose you in law, make him a personal business for you plan like katibol get an money. And at least talk 7, and can finding way to survive, because lo case flow Sepik. Over 2 years, 104 million you plan by cutting. 104 million. Me give you a number now. But suppose you plan cutting can this lot. Me like is in full 5 million no leave first long teachers. 6 million. 3 million last year, 3 million this year, so that at least on teacher blow me. All again go lo annual leave long.
Responding to concerns raised by Governor Baird, Finance Minister Thomas Opper said he will work with Education and Treasury departments to identify funding for teachers' leave fares.
Mibla ba look this la one kind of allocations come. Lo this la mibla ba try make sure that mibla retire this law leave fares law teachers too. You will give assurance that mibla ba look this la.
Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
Following the decision by the Parliament's Private Business Committee on Thursday to reject the motion of no confidence against Prime Minister James Marape, the opposition is seeking legal actions.
The motion of no confidence on Prime Minister Marape was moved by member for Habao Sepik and was seconded by member for Chuave James Nomane. Former Prime Minister and member for Yalibu Pangia Peter O'Neill was to be nominated as the alternate PM in the motion. However, on Thursday, Speaker Job Pomat rejected the motion based on the Constitutional Amendment number 48 on motion of no confidence, which came into effect on the 17th of March 2025. Pomat had advised Sepik that the motion could not be listed on the notice paper because it breached Section 45 of the Constitution, which prevents any motion of no confidence within 18 months of a previously defeated one. But the opposition believes that they had met all the requirements and the motion was legitimate. Mr. O'Neill explained the opposition stance and the legal actions that will follow. Sepik also claimed that the Private Business Committee had previously allowed the motion but was later rejected by the Speaker. Pakatambo, National MTV News.
Meanwhile, the opposition are adamant that they remain united despite the in-house differences.
Seem to have their views about the opposition, that we are not united, that we have our own views of certain issues, but when it comes to Papua New Guinea's interest and the interest of leadership in this country, the opposition is more matured and prepared to set aside its differences to deal with major issues that are affecting this country.
Pacific International Hospital and Papua New Guinea Labour Mobility Unit have signed a memorandum of agreement to provide visa medical services for Papua New Guinean workers participating in the Pacific Australia Labour Mobility Scheme and the Recognised Seasonal Employer Scheme of New Zealand.
This agreement will remain valid for 2 years, with a joint review every 6 months to assess performance, address evolving needs, and support continuous service improvement. The partnership is designed to make the visa medical process faster, more accessible, and more affordable for Papua New Guinea citizens seeking overseas employment opportunities. Through this collaboration, candidates referred by PNG Labour Mobility Unit will benefit from discounted visa medical packages, multiple service locations, and media support from PIH doctors. Visa medical services will be conducted at PIH branches in Port Moresby, Mount Hagen, Lae, Kokopo, and Goroka. In addition, PIH will provide specialized pre-screening services to help identify potential health issues early, particularly tuberculosis, to support better visa success rates. The partnership also supports the development of aged care worker certification and training programs, helping Papua New Guinea workers upskill for higher value roles under the PALM scheme. Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Smuggling, selling and abusing illegal drugs like marijuana, cocaine and crystal meth are very serious criminal offences in Papua New Guinea. Under the new Controlled Substance Act 2021, an offender can be fined up to 2 million kina or go to prison for life. Your life and liberty are important. Do not throw it away on illegal drugs and alcohol. This message is authorized by the National Narcotics Bureau under its Community Awareness Initiative with support from Australia, Papua New Guinea Law and Justice Partnership.
How could I tell a story that also incorporated the Chinese, but the Tolai people as well that were left behind?
Monday night on In Focus, we feature discussions with author Marissa Jones about her new novel, A Forgotten Land. Also, we feature the PNG 5th National Youth Mock Parliament.
Basically, the main objective behind the National Mock Youth Parliament is to give young people in Papua New Guinea a platform.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. More than 2,000 residents have been affected by an eviction which took place at Red Hill Settlement in Gerohim, Port Moresby. The affected communities have voiced their concerns over the displacement and the manner in which the eviction was carried out.
A nursing officer and a resident of Red Hill Settlement, Patrick Ken, said many working-class people living in the area are now traumatized and affected.
Please considering this law or concerns blah or workforce staff so long install at a resident or lord. We can't afford to rent a house or a building to save you government, you company one time. So I want now what eviction come up and traumatizing me gata, I'm affecting work money me to logo out. We can affect production blow company, can affect service blow government to lo man can silo what me blah.
A third-year student from University of Papua New Guinea, Jeremiah Hifato, also voiced his concern, stating that the eviction had affected students attending schools across all levels, from elementary to tertiary institutions.
Makimaus to sample mangi, nalplo institution to staff. You may sleep kira inside the settlement na imiok logo kam no school. Na kainsantin kamape ma affect me planti or school mangi too.
Women leader in the community, Rita Heroma, noted that they were given only a short notice to vacate their premises.
Please, you can look side me player. You can sorry no, you Papua New Guinea what country.
As a citizen of Papua New Guinea, she finds the situation unfair.
Miga told Papa, Uncle, Kandre, when now you plus up the police force. Please, read him good court order. Look him good. When you come na evict me people, but understand him you na ban kerap. Lily time now say you give me this la 1 hour lo kerap ya. As beginning Mary lo sa country mi pili sore lo miet. Tomorrow by look out in people o se kaino. Mi mama beginning na o lapun blomi or mama na usana backside lo mi. By you look out in me pla o se wanem. As country policeman you look out him government blom plana look out him pla people.
The affected community is calling on government to urgently address the issue and provide assistance. They also await responses from the police and relevant authorities for a fair resolution. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Former Prime Minister and member for Yalabu Pangia, Peter O'Neill, has made a call on his political career, saying he would retire from politics at the end of this term if the opposition's quest to oust the current government through the motion of no confidence is successful.
During a press conference hosted by members of the opposition yesterday, Mr. O'Neill said if the opposition can successfully overthrow the current government through the vote of no confidence before the 2027 national elections, he will call it time on his political career. However, he said he will continue if the opposition loses the battle.
And I have agreed to put in this motion on that if we form government, I will only serve this term out and I will retire at the end of this term. I will not seek re-election in my open seat. I will retire from politics. If we succeed...
The former PM claims that he is not desperate for power.
So I want to say that I'm not taking up this challenge because I'm so desperate to become Prime Minister again. I'm quite happy to retire tomorrow if the country was running well.
Mr. O'Neill concluded that being members of parliament is always about serving the public.
But I think we owe it to the nation that it's not about careers of individuals. This country is bigger than one man, bigger than one party, and bigger than anybody. This country belongs to 15 or 16 million people that will live in this country.
Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
Member for Mosby North East, John Cowper, has questioned Prime Minister James Marape on whether funding has been allocated in the 2026 national budget to support the rollout of a biometric voting system in preparation for the 2027 national general elections.
Cowper queried that the current identification process remains unreliable, with many citizens still waiting months to receive their national identity cards. He adds that without proper updated electoral roll, the integrity of the upcoming elections could be compromised.
Any budget allocated for biometric should be used for 2026 common roll update so that we can be prepared for 2027 election. That's number one. Number two, the NID, if it's not completed, what's the term of reference or ID card that will be used for all our voters in 2027? Some of them will come. Number three, you will all get a by go vote common roll supplementary because Samla by die, Samla by head on.
In response, Prime Minister James Marape acknowledged the ongoing challenges and affirmed that the government is working towards improving the cause in preparations for the 2027 national election.
But I want to firstly from the outset give full assurance that we will work our best to make sure 2026 is used as a year to prepare for a better voting platform in 2027. Promise to our nation after 2022 election still stands that in 2027 we want a better voting platform. I think it was yesterday when I responded to a similar question asked that we intend to make sure that common roll, in the midst of what we do, common roll is tidy.
Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
The PNG Defence Force Joint Forces Academy in Lae hosted a ceremonial parade to farewell outgoing Regimental Sergeant Major Chief Warrant Officer Mark Sakai and officially welcome his successor, Chief Warrant Officer Kamara Apelis.
The occasion was attended by Chief Instructor Lieutenant Colonel Delaney Rida, Engineer Battalion Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Velmo Kagena, and PNG Defence Force Sergeant Major CW James Tarutia. Staff from the Academy, the Engineer Battalion and Lae Area Igam Barracks were also present to witness the event. The parade was led by Wing Sergeant Major of the Office Cadet Training Wing, Warrant Officer Albert Parra and the class of Cadet 1 to 24 Joint Force commissioning course. A symbolic handover of the pay stick from CW Sake to CW Apelis marked the transfer of authority, discipline and responsibility within the academy. In his farewell remarks, CW Sake thanked the academy for its support during his time and acknowledged his wife for her unwavering support throughout his 40 years of service. CW Apelis expressed gratitude for the confidence placed in him and pledged to uphold the standards and value of the Joint Force Academy and the PNG Defence Force. Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
The Business Coalition for Women, Inc. are calling on the Department of Treasury and the Ministry of Labour and Industrial Relations to ensure the new national minimum wage, set to take effect in 2026, is backed by adequate funding for robust enforcement.
The government's recent announcement to increase the national minimum wage to 5 kina per hour, effective January 1st, 2026, is a crucial step towards improving the livelihoods of Papua New Guinea's lowest paid income earners. This initial increase, which will be followed by further rises in 5 kina 25 toya in 2027 and 5 kina 50 toya in 2028, represents a substantial push for economic equity. However, the success of this measure hinges entirely on compliance. Business Coalition for Women Executive Director Yvonne Kennedy said raising the minimum wage to 5 kina is a victory for social justice and economic equity in Papua New Guinea, but a law without enforcement is merely a suggestion. Ms. Kennedy claimed that reports indicate a grey economy where businesses operate outside regulations, with some reportedly paying below the current 3 kina 50 toya rate. She strongly advocated that in its submission for the 2026 national budget, the Department of Labour and Industrial Relations must receive adequate funding to develop and maintain an effective, robust reporting mechanism for workplace violations, specifically regarding non-compliance with the new minimum wage. The Executive Director further urged the Department of Treasury to prioritize this critical investment in the 2026 budget cycle, adding adequate resourcing to the Department of Labour will not only protect workers from exploitation, but will also ensure fair competition for businesses that comply with the law. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News will be back with more stories after the break. Stay with us.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
Mtambo tru lonkarim o salim na simokin, marijuana or all drugs, no good ikam lo overseas, or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law, Olikolim Controlled Substances Act 2021, by making sawe, lo you lo baim court fine, enough money mark enough lo 2 million kina, or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time Halivin, Bilom Australia, Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80-meter television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high antenna load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, contact us today. EMTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National EMTV News. Madang electorate member Brian Kramer has questioned the LG election conduction yesterday during the parliament sitting.
Madang MP Brian Kramer has raised concerns over the funding arrangements for the LLG elections in Madang province.
1,000 kina. Ogata ARO. I got LLG. Then the provincial government gave them just last week, Thursday, 19,000. So they had 29,000 kina to run the entire LLG election for their LLG. 29,000 kina. 10,000 in Pinis, 18,000 now. They're looking for hire vehicle and everything to run. I said, but there's no money. The Electoral Commission, the money that was budgeted is given in Pinis. So you guys are recruiting electoral officials. Who's going to pay them? Then we went through the budget for this.
Speaking in the parliament yesterday, Kramer questioned whether funds provided by the provincial government to support conduct the elections will be reimbursed by the Electoral Commission.
Put in 19,000, they are also struggling with revenue. So obviously for the district now, we have to step in. But the question is, are we going to get our money back if the government then releases funding to Electoral Commission or not? And then I got hospital to confirm, are they deploying? They said, we have no instructions from the Electoral Commissioner. We have received no briefing. Last week, Thursday, they just released, Thursday evening, the Electoral Commission released the polling schedule. Thursday evening, and they're going to poll on Monday. Nobody even knew what day they're polling.
Kramer said there had been no proper communication from the Electoral Commission down to the district level on how the elections would be conducted. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, a U.S. judge has ordered the Trump administration to pay food aid benefits to millions of low-income Americans, but that particular program has already exhausted its funds due to the government shutdown, which is now in its 31st day.
Well, there's been a flurry of legal action since the Trump administration said it would not be distributing payments via the SNAP program. Now, this used to be known as food stamps. It's the largest anti-hunger program in the United States. Some 42 million Americans rely on it to eat. Now, the US Department of Agriculture, which usually distributes these payments, say its coffers are exhausted. Like the rest of the US government, it's not funded because the lawmakers here on Capitol Hill have not been able to agree on a way to fund the US government. That shutdown is now in its 31st day. So 25 Democrat-led states have sued the administration, saying that they need to make these payments. They're due tomorrow. And a judge has now said that suspending the payments is unlawful and has asked the government to explain within the next 3 days how it is going to make those payments. But even though a court has now ordered them to pay, it's not clear when or if those payments will actually arrive for the tens of millions of people who usually would receive them. The Secretary of the Department of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, earlier this morning was asked even if a court ordered them to make these payments, would they? And she declined to answer. She said that the contingency fund people are pointing to that could fund these payments legally can't be used unless the underlying program is funded. She also said that even if they did use that fund, there's only enough money to cover about half of the payments just for this next month. So while people wait to see if they will receive those payments, lawmakers here are still locked in a stalemate, and it doesn't seem like they're any closer to a resolution to the shutdown.
King Charles's younger brother, Andrew, will remain 8th in line to the throne, despite being stripped of his titles and losing the lease to his Windsor mansion, Royal Lodge. He's being forced to move to the royal family's private estate in Sandringham.
This is where the former Prince Andrew will move within the next couple of weeks, Sandringham Estate. One royal commentator called it the equivalent of Royal Siberia because it is hundreds of kilometres further away than Windsor, where he had been living in the 30-room mansion known as Royal Lodge, which he paid £1 million for several years ago, and then some more money to renovate it. And since then was only paying a peppercorn lease, so as little as just £1 a year for rent. And that was one thing that made people incredibly angry over the past couple of months, as anger really mounted against Andrew, given all of the scandals that have been popping up over the years, particularly over his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. That all reached fever pitch over the past week when his biggest accuser, Virginia Giuffre, released a memoir. This was 6 months after her death. She died by suicide after alleging that Andrew sexually assaulted her. Now, she took that case to court. He denied it. There was a confidential settlement, and he continues to deny all allegations against him. But there has still been a lot of anger about the way that he's acted, and the King simply had to act. So on Thursday, he stripped Andrew of all of his titles and basically evicted him from that mansion in Windsor, and he's likely to live somewhere a lot more modest here on the Sandringham estate. There is a lot of choice, up to 100 houses that he could live in here. It's not clear which one that is, but it is likely to be more modest. It does mean that he likely won't be here for a couple of months because this is usually where the royal family holds their Christmas, and he's not likely to be invited to that, according to many royal commentators. But despite removing his titles and forcing him to leave, Andrew will remain 8th in line to the throne. That is because it would take an act of Parliament and the approval of all Commonwealth nations, including Australia, to change that. And that is just not what the King wants. He's hoping that this latest action draws a line under this whole situation. But there are some people who are saying that it can't be the case and that there needs to be more investigation into Andrew and what exactly has gone on that's led to this point.
While the trade war between China and US dominated the headlines this week, there was a push to find common ground at the APEC summit in South Korea.
Well, we're at the pointy end of the APEC summit, and there's mounting pressure to reach agreement. APEC nations make up for more than half of global trade. There's big hitters here: the United States, Russia, China, Japan, and of course Australia. South Korea, as host nation, has urged the economies represented here to find common ground. But with so much tension in trade and security, that's a big ask. The background of this summit has been months of escalating trade tensions. The United States imposing aggressive tariffs, particularly aimed at China, while Beijing clamped down on its exports of rare earths. An agreement to pause those restrictions and lower tariffs has cooled the temperature, but it's a reminder that global trade is under threat. APEC is all about free and fair trade, and while any final statement is non-binding, reaching an agreement would at least be a symbolic win. The Australian Prime Minister also wraps up his Asian tour. It's been a successful visit for him. One of the most high-profile wins was a sit-down dinner where he was positioned right next to the US President Donald Trump. Anthony Albanese has also been able to talk up Australia's rare earth reserves. The PM acknowledging there's opportunity to bolster our own industry to protect against future trade threats.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack, get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Smuggling, selling and abusing illegal drugs like marijuana, cocaine and crystal meth are very serious criminal offences in Papua New Guinea. Under the new Controlled Substance Act 2021, an offender can be fined up to 2 million kina or go to prison for life. Your life and liberty are important. Do not throw it away on illegal drugs and alcohol. This message is authorized by the National Narcotics Bureau under its Community Awareness Initiative with support from Australia, Papua New Guinea Law and Justice Partnership.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Man, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Papua New Guinea Kumuls have defended the Pacific Championships Bowl for the 3rd consecutive time after a convincing 50-18 victory over the Fiji Batis at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby this afternoon. In a potential setback for the PNG's new NRL team, the PNG Chiefs has come under legal scrutiny from the New Zealand Rugby to protect the iconic Chiefs brand name.
According to international media, the New Zealand Rugby is considering legal action to protect the Chiefs, named after PNG's new NRL franchise announced the same name. Prime Minister James Marape confirmed the team's name ahead of the 2028 NRL entry, highlighting its cultural significance.
It will certainly have authentic PNG touch to it, whilst the team will embrace Far North Queensland and the Pacific, but because we are the domain and the owner of the team emblem, the team logo, the team song, motive of the team, just like Chiefs, will really have a heavy sort of cultural motive of who we are and our link to Australia. And so we'll get it out in the way we construct the team identity. So,
officials from the New Zealand Rugby say the black, red and yellow colours used by PNG are already associated with their Super Rugby franchise. A statement from the New Zealand Rugby said, "Our focus is on protecting the Chiefs trademark in Australia, dating back to 1996, and we are working in good faith with the Australian Rugby League Commission." Despite New Zealand Rugby owning the brand, the NRL believes a legal conflict can be avoided as the Australian Rugby League Commission trademarked PNG Chiefs specifically. Marape explained the name has a strong local meaning. Historically, Chiefs led tribes including matrilineal and patrilineal leadership in parts of PNG.
Did announce, but the rationale of Chief being picked is the fact that we are, before 1975, our society is over thousands of years old, governed by chiefs in our patrilineal as well as matrilineal societies. Milne Bay, East New Britain, Bougainville, New Ireland, for instance, are matrilineal societies where women are chiefs. And we felt that the authentic affinity to the name depicting who we are from ancient of times. And today still the intention of this team is to hold this diverse nation together as a nation of one people, one nation, one country, one team coming from the many we are.
Sporting teams have shared names internationally such as the New South Wales Blues and the Hurricanes Big Bash Cricket. PNG's Chiefs brand aims to represent national unity and blend in history with tradition and modern sport culture. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Netball PNG farewelled our national team, the PNG Peppers, as they prepare to compete in the Singapore Sing Life 2025 tournament.
Netball PNG has officially farewelled the national team, the PNG Peppers, ahead of their trip to Singapore for the Sing Life 2025 tournament. The farewell was hosted by Netball PNG President Ulato Avei, together with members of the board and representatives from the guest resources. One of the team's key partners, President Avei, extended her best wishes to the team and encouraged them to represent Papua New Guinea with pride and discipline on and off the court. Each player was proudly represented with their official playing dress, marking their selection to represent the country on the international stage. A special mention was made to the debutant players, Monique Roseau, Clara Scott, Arere Oda, and Talia Hampton, who will wear the red, black and gold for the very first time. Continuing the team's strong tradition, President Aveau also announced the co-captains for the campaign, who will lead the Peppers both on and off the court. The PNG Peppers have departed with their first match set for Sunday 2nd November against Malaysia. Netball PNG also expressed sincere appreciation to its valued sponsors, Air Niugini, the official travel partner, and WR Carpenters Group for their continued support in making this international campaign possible. The Peppers are determined to make the country proud as they take on some of the Asia's best teams in Singapore. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The Melanesian Cup clash saw PNG's Lay Snakes Tigers dominate from the start. At halftime, the Tigers led Fiji Vusu Raiders 38-0. Tigers won 56-0 at full-time. Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Plus we're ready to go.
Get twice the data with Telecom. Enjoy bonus double data from Thursday to Saturday on selected plans. You get twice the data at the same price. For instance, for 5 Kina, you get 6 gigabytes valid for 1 day. And that's more data for you to stream videos and play your online games. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and get your double data. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insights for the latest on politics,
organizations are not performing their duty,
business, health, education, sports, and more. A Closer Look, 7 p.m. Sunday, only on your number 1 to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Excitement is building up at the Bisini soccer grounds as teams prepare for the knockouts, promising thrilling matches for fans.
In an interview with Trukai Sports, the Port Moresby Soccer Association Games Coordinator gave highlights of the knockout matches at the Bisini Soccer grounds.
This weekend, we come inside the first weekend of our finals. This is the knockout stage, where we'll be looking at first place in, taking up second place, and then the third place takes on fourth place. This is the finals format, starting of finals this weekend.
He also highlighted the current standings of teams leading into the finals playoff.
Premier Division. In our Premier Division, the top 4 is Munkas FC claiming the minor premiership, followed by Murat on second place, third place, Solomon United now. The last year defending champion PS Roots on fourth place. So those are the top 4 Premier Division. In the women's Premier Division, we have Munkas also claiming the minor premiership. So you can look at Man Mary one time Premier Division and Munkas tupla team Munkas claiming a minor premiership. Followed by University, Finance FC, and then Murat NCD FC on fourth place. So that's the top 4 for the women's Premier Division.
The coordinator added that top teams have shown strong performances throughout the season and are expected to battle it out in the finals. Fans are encouraged to come early and support their teams. The finals at Bisini Soccer Grounds promises thrilling action, and the winning team will move forward with pride and chances to the championship trophy. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Moving to overseas sports, Australia has taken a 1-0 lead in the second men's cricket T20 series against India.
With a 4-wicket victory at the MCG. Seam bowler Josh Hazlewood starred with 3 for 13 to restrict India to just 125 in front of over 82,000 fans at the MCG. In reply, captain Mitchell Marsh hit 46 as Australia cruised home with 40 balls to spare. The sides meet in Hobart tomorrow for Game 3 of the 5-match series.
The AFLW minor premiers North Melbourne have defeated Hawthorn by 49 points to finish the regular season undefeated.
To finish its regular season undefeated and register a 24th consecutive victory. The 10 goals, 767 to 26-18 triumph broke the record for the longest winning streak by a VFL, AFL or AFLW side. Talia Randall kicked 4 majors while Ash Riddell collected 28 disposals. Carlton, meanwhile, has locked in its first finals appearance since 2020 with a 20-point defeat of West Coast in Perth. The 6-goal, 642 to 3-4-22 win ensured the Blues finished the home and away season no lower than 6th, while the Eagles will only qualify for the finals if Essendon upsets Sydney tonight.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Want to Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Want to Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Smuggling, selling and abusing illegal drugs like marijuana, cocaine and crystal meth are very serious criminal offences in Papua New Guinea. Under the new Controlled Substance Act 2021, an offender can be fined up to 2 million kina or go to prison for life. Your life and liberty are important. Do not throw it away on illegal drugs and alcohol. This message is authorized by the National Narcotics Bureau under its Community Awareness Initiative with support from Australia, Papua New Guinea Law and Justice Partnership.
How could I tell a story that also incorporated the Chinese, but the Tolai people as well that were left behind?
Monday night on In Focus, we feature discussions with author Marissa Jones about her new novel, A Forgotten Land. Also, we feature the PNG 5th National Youth Mock Parliament.
Basically, the main objective behind the National Mock Youth Parliament is to give young people in Papua New Guinea a platform.
That's on Monday night.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Darrow, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kerema, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alatau, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the Momasa region, Lake City, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Madang, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimo, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Warangau, cloudy periods with few showers. Keveng, cloudy periods with few showers. Kokopon Rabaul, cloudy period with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms light. Kimbe, cloudy period with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy period with few showers. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy period with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bounds and Kondiawa, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabek, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Looking at the small chips forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerama to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samurai Island, sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters, reaching 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Samurai Island to Cape Vogel and all Millet Islands, seas 1 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters along Samurai Island. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchafen, seas 1 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Finchafen through VTS Strait to Siasi Long Island to Madang, seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of West New Britain Island and Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of New Ireland and East New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Looking at the ocean forecasts, coral seas rough, east to southeasterly winds of 25 to 33 knots. Solomon seas slight, northeast to easterly winds of 10 to 15 knots. Bismarck seas slight, northeasterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean seas slight, easterly to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Well, that was the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 1st of November 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.